think I know how to do it.
Okay. Oh, oh my god, dude. No. You're on the last level and you paid to skip every one. No, dude. No. That's not how it works, Ziggy.
Jesus
Saddest
Christ, dude.
thing I've ever seen. Okay.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh
All
my
right.
god. So Ziggy KR just spent 50 KR, guys, to get out of the
I
box.
feel like if I beat this map, I can beat any map, right?
50 KR
Oh my god.
to get 50 score and didn't realize the shotgun was 100.
Oh my
Didn't
God.
want to do that. Paid 25 KR to skip a
Yeah, I'm
level.
at 50 bucks.
Oh my god. Hello everybody. I've been hard at work making a great little map to make tons of KR and give you some KR if you can conquer my challenge. So this is what I call free KR underscore parkour, baby. It's a little map that it really didn't take too long to make it all in an effort to understand the amount of work versus the amount of KR people are getting for some of these maps, okay? So the first thing we got here, you're locked into a cell because you're in prison. You're in the pit. And this knight here is telling you, you want out? Pay me or find the secret way out, okay? So you can pay him 50 KR, this lovely man, to teleport out, or you can find the secret, and this is going to be the secret for today. It's changed in the more recent version, so you can clearly see that that is a hatch that you're supposed to escape out of. Then you come over to here and you start the map. So you can definitely pay to get some KR, or sorry, you can definitely pay to get some score, 50 KR, and unlock a shotgun. You'll have to do that twice. It would be 100 KR to buy this shotgun. Now, this first level is not too easy, but you can always skip it for 25 KR, and I won't mention it again because that's the same going all the way up this pit. There's only a couple of levels, so it's nothing too difficult. All things considered, it'd probably take you about the same amount of time as any challenging, medium to challenging parkour map. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't count right now. You have probably around 10 levels total, and they're all in the same pit. So as you can see, it's not that tough, and I'm really not great at parkour, but I'll try to go through and show you every level real quick here. Sorry if I stop through some of these parts. It's just that this is going to be a relatively short video, and I want to make sure that you see each level and not me failing, because I'm really not great at parkour. These levels, I wouldn't say are all that hard, but we will see how I fare, because later on tonight, before I complete this video, I'm going to take a couple of screenshots and see how much KR this map has generated in only a couple of hours. And that should be really interesting to see. That will give us a better understanding of how much KR you can expect to make. And is it more than just playing pubs? I think it might be. But time will tell. And there we go, another checkpoint. That one is a little bit more difficult. So as you get farther in the map, things get a little bit tougher. And there's that level done. Now we're going to go over, and this part is a little bit more challenging. It takes a little bit of, I would say, practice to do, but I just died. Alright, and this level is completed. Nothing too shabby, and we're on the final level, so this should really be a relatively easy map. Alright guys, it's looking like we might complete it here. And we're good. We finished. Now, let's take a look at some of the marketing decisions I made for this map in order to increase my revenue. So, a couple things. You start off, and it feels, without thinking, that there's no way out of this box. It almost feels like you have to pay to play, because you know at the end it's reminding you in larger letters than the reminder that there is a way out that you'll get 100 KR. So talking to this guy, 50 KR doesn't seem that bad when you know if you just spend a little bit of time, you'll double that. So often people will teleport up there. I have told quite a few people, including all of you in this video, that this is free to get out of, and I've actually lifted up this gate in the current version of the map, so people will know to jump out of this. Once you're up here, the first thing that you see a lot of dark colors. Reds, you see the dark bricks, you see this dark wood, but then you see, something nice and inviting. You see this bright green, this, shining yellow light. It's moving, it's animated, it all looks good compared to the stark background. And you're paying to get score, or you're paying to skip this level. As you continue to possibly fail on this level, you're starting to think, every time you go back, you see this green light. You keep thinking, it gets more and more enticing, rather than just figuring out you can jump here, 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 and then be in. You could possibly watch other players do it. Maybe you spend some KR on that one. Even if you did spend 50 KR at the beginning, you spend 25 more KR, and hey, you're golden. You're going to get 25 KR when this is all said and done, which is still the same amount about as fun parkour. You start doing these levels, and yeah, this seems pretty easy relatively. And then you get here, and you're like, this is pretty tough. You may die a couple times eventually. You'll figure out the wall jump, and you'll get here, and you'll get to this part, and you'll fail, and then you realize you have to do this all over again. Maybe you spend 25 more KR and think, hey, I'm going to get everything back at the end. 100 KR won't be an issue. And you move along here. Very easy level, pretty easy level, and then you get to this relatively difficult level. And maybe you spend 25 KR, maybe you don't. That's not the point. You eventually get here, and by this time, a lot of players will have spent 50 to 100 KR. And this level will take them a little while. Either they'll say, hey, I'm already 100 in the hole, I'm already 75 in the hole, and spend the 25 KR just to teleport right over and get their 100 KR, and we'll be at net zero. Or we'll be a little bit in profit, or they'll quit and they'll say, you know what, screw it, I'm done, I'm not giving this guy another KR, and I will have walked away with 75 to 100 KR. Is that how it turns out? Is this a bad thing? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is it wrong to employ marketing tactics in a Krunker map? Because we're seeing it a lot. Let me know. All right, you guys, so there's been some hiccups with the map. The ending wasn't actually giving KR. But nobody was hosting the map besides me. And nobody got to the end. So I guess we're okay. But overall, I tried to recreate the map to fix the trigger. Alright guys, I'm not sure what type of math I was doing. So I'm back a couple minutes later. I was looking at it in editing and just didn't understand what I was saying. It was 900 KR that I put in, okay, originally, and it was 300 KR for penalties because I ended up swapping the map to see if that could fix it. So that would actually, we would be adding 300 KR for the penalty, and then we have to add the 170 that we made from the old map and the 1950 we made from the new. This was over the course of 3 hours, guys, so of course let's divide it by 3. Let's just say we have 500 KR per hour. Each game is 4 minutes. In theory, you could fit in 15 games in an hour, but let's say more realistically 12. So this would be an average of 42 KR per game. So you'd either have to be really grinding on challenge or premium, or make maps. It seems to me that making maps might make a little bit more KR in the end of things. Hopefully this helps, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and let me know if this is something that you think is okay or should be nipped in the bud by the dev team. Take care.